Bon dia a tothom, benvinguts a la roda de premsa del tècnic del Futbol Club Barcelona, Xavi Hernández. Comencem amb el torn de Barça TV, Marc Brau, sisplau.
Què tal, Xavi? Bona tarda, Marc Brau de Barça TV. Demà jugueu contra el Sevilla, que és un dels equips que fa més temps que no us enfronteu. Quan veu jugar el
Tomorrow you play against Sevilla.
han canviat moltes coses també a la vostra plantilla.
A lot of things have changed since the last time these two teams have faced each other.
O creus en canvi que poden variar una mica la proposta, com va fer el Girona?
Do you expect Sevilla to change their usual playing style like the Girona did last week? Yeah, it's a difficult opponent despite the fact where they're sitting in the league standings and their last results. But they're a great team. Sampaoli has recuperated a strong squad. I think we're talking about a great coach. He knows how to work the defensive aspect. He knows how to apply the high press. Tomorrow will be a difficult opponent, physically strong, who can make life difficult. They play away from home. But they're a rebel-like team, and they have a lot of players with great experience to get out a positive result. We play at home in front of our fans. We need them. I think we're coming into this match in good form, but tomorrow will be a different exam, and we need to get the 3 points.
Què tal, Xavi? Ramon Salmurri de Catalunya Ràdio, en directe a Catalunya Informació. I et volia preguntar per l'aposta del quart migcampista, si tens...
I wanted to ask you about the four midfielders.
El seu context i el rival també computa a l'hora de treballar.
Does that depend on the opponent?
La sensació que és quan l'equip està més còmode...
It seems that the team is more comfortable playing that way. They dominate the game more, able to find the space better. Do you agree? I think that we're comfortable in whichever system. We've also played great games with two wingers. It depends. It depends on the players, also how they react when they lose the ball or the capacity of not losing the ball. If we do the same thing like we did last year, or we do the same thing as we did last year, but now we're more mature, we have better players, we have more options. It's not about the system, it depends on the player. But we're just as comfortable. It doesn't change much. With the four midfielders, of course, Frenkie, Bussi, Pedri, Gavi, they help the team. And they don't have to transition as drastically from defense to attack and vice versa.
Bon dia, Laia Coll de la CUP. Busquets encara no ha rebut cap proposta de renovació per part del club.
Busquets hasn't renewed his contract yet. But does the club share your opinion of him staying? Yeah, we work together and we have the same train of thought. It's his decision. We're awaiting what he decides. We respect him. We want him to do what he's most comfortable with. And he's a great addition to the squad. He has the right. He's won the right to decide his future. If he can continue, then I'd be very happy.
Hola Xavi, ¿qué tal? Santi Valle, Cadena Ser. No ha entrado en la lista Pablo Torre.
Pablo Torre is not with the squad. Could he play with Barça Athletic tomorrow? What is your plans with him moving forward? Will he play with Barça Athletic or with you? Yeah, he hasn't played since a few games. We spoke. He needs rhythm. He needs games. With his age, he can't stay 3-4 match days without playing. I mentioned it when he came, and we agreed on this. There's nothing new. He'll play with the B team. He'll participate. He'll enjoy. He'll compete. He'll get that rhythm, competitive rhythm, to be prepared when we need him.
Hola Xavi, bon dia. Bon dia. Radio Nacional. Hemos llegado al Ecuador de la Liga y los números.
We're at the halfway point of the league. You have fantastic numbers and some great statistics. 50 points. And the great game that you played in the Benito Villamarín. What grade would you put so far at the halfway point? I'll put the grade at the end of the season. I think right now we're good. We're in a good moment. We've played some good games, others not so good. But that's football. I remember the best history of the club, where we also played some good games, more practical games. Others where we managed to win with more ease, but they weren't all excellent. There's always an opponent. There's moments where you arrive better or worse for a match. But I'm very satisfied with how things are going. At the halfway point, we have 50 points and 5 points ahead of the second place. We're in good form. The dressing room with a lot of young players are gaining more confidence. They just won a title. The Super Cup gave us a lot of peace of mind. So we're in a good moment. But we need to give this continuity and materialize it with the League, the Europa League, the Cup. So we'll see at the end of the season.
Buenas tardes, Xavi.
Buenas tardes.
Navarro para el tiempo de juego de la cadena COPE. Quería preguntarle sobre el estado de ánimo interno. En otoño, el Barça cayó eliminado de la Champions y usted decía aquí que usted es positivo siempre.
In the autumn, during the autumn months, you were eliminated from the Champions League, but you tried to keep a positive atmosphere. How did you do that to keep calm and not be over euphoric or depressed? Yeah, I talk with the players and tell them to be calm. We won a Super Cup, of course, that's important, but what we want is to win the League, the Cup, the Europa League, every title. We want to compete. We're Barça. We compete even in our training sessions, and that's fundamental. We want to be a family within the dressing room, and we managed to create that. There's a great atmosphere, one of the best, I think, that I've lived in my career, and that's also key. I think we're working well and we're on the right track. I said that in October, and now I repeat it. But, of course, we can't take down our guard.
Hola, mister. Buen día. Alejandro Segura en directo para Radio Marca. Ahora Ousmane Dembélé va a estar unas semanas en el dique seco.
Dembélé will be out for a few weeks. He's a very vertical player with Rafinha, who was in the starting 11. He's a different player. He goes inside more, looking for his left leg, his left foot. How does the team change in the absence of Ousmane? We miss a player that goes one-on-one. He's the best player in the squad that can do that. He has that quality. He can beat the defenders. He always generates situations of 2 against 1, but Rafinha can do the same, Ansu, Ferran. Even certain moments, Balde, Jordi Alba, Marcos, Roberto, Koundé, that's what they do. We want to play the same way, whoever is on the field. We want to attack spaces. It's true that we lose that ability that Ousmane has, but we win in others.
Buenas tardes, mister. Alfredo Martínez.
Buenas tardes.
El jueves vimos una entrada desproporcionada a un jugador del Valencia, Gabriel Paulista, sobre Vinicius.
On Thursday, we saw Paulista take down Vinicius in a strong tackle. Do you think they should protect those different making players more? Yeah, like Ousmane, or when Neymar was here, Vinicius. These are different kind of football players that look for one-on-one situations that make the opponent a little bit more aggressive. The opponent, when defending these players, are maybe a little bit overly aggressive. Maybe these players need a little bit more help, but that's it. I mean, there's a referee and a committee, then they need to do their work. That's all I'll say.
Hola. Hablando otra vez de los 4 centrocampistas, ¿este sistema a quién beneficia más de los 4 que están en el centro?
Who does it benefit more, having 4 midfielders? Is it Frenkie de Jong, who can more freedom, maybe, to move forward. I think it benefits the entire team, because in the end we lose less balls. When there are more midfielders, there's less ball loss. We're more responsible when it comes to avoiding these kind of dispossessions. So I think it benefits the whole team. We're more together, we're more united. We regain possession quicker as well, so yeah, overall benefits everyone.
Bon dia, Xavi.
Bon dia.
Martí de La Vanguardia. Et preguntaven ara per Frenkie de Jong. Jo volia saber si
You were asked about Frenkie.
la versió dels quatre migcampistes és per tu més imprescindible que mai.
Do you think he's more indispensable than ever when you play with four midfielders? Well, he's always been indispensable for me, regardless of how many play. To divide, to play in between the lines, to attack in between lines, to help out defensively. He's got technical quality, he's got all the conditions that a central defender, a midfielder needs when they play at Barça. I like how he plays, and that's why I use him so much since I've been here as coach.
Bon dia, Xavi.
Bon dia.
Brugués, de TV3. Només una apreciació. Avui Valde no s'ha entrenat per febre, l'has inclòs a la...
Valde's been out today due to fever. Does that mean tomorrow he won't play? Yeah, the doctor said that he will be able to play tomorrow, so we'll decide based on how he feels.
Bones, Xavi, pel Ballús per dir Atlètic.
Hola.
Amb el Barça s'ha parlat molt del tema econòmic, de les inscripcions, dels jugadors que poden entrar...
There's a lot of talk about the registering, the economic situation. How do you feel when you see a team like Chelsea spend as much money as they do? Well, if they do it, it means that they're able to do it. I don't know the rules of the Premier, but we're focused on our thing. But if they did it, it must mean that they've been able to spend that money. I don't really know what the situation is. I'm more focused on our situation where we have a lot of work to do.
Hola Xavi, bon dia.
Bon dia.
Para 3 Media. Al principio de temporada quizá, ¿no?
At the beginning of the season, we saw Madrid perhaps as favorite to win the league, seeing as they were defending champions. But right now, Barça are 5 points ahead. Do you think you're favorites to win the league? No. I think we're a candidate, which is one of the objectives, but not favorites. We're competing against the defending champions of the league and the Champions League, and it's going to be difficult for us to win these titles, this title against the strong Madrid. The Cup, we have them up next in the semi-final. La Liga will certainly go down to the wire. So I still see Madrid very strong, despite being 5 points down.
Albert Hernández, sí.
Sí, hola Xavi, Albert Hernández de Televisión Española. Ha salido alguna información que habla de...
Some information's come out regarding an offer on Ansu Fati. It seems that he's not going through his best spell here at Barça. Would you be open to a move, or do you think you count on him for the squad? No, I want him here. I want to have patience with him. Things will get better for him. He's an active asset for the club. He's spectacular. We have a lot of trust and confidence in him, but we need to be patient. He'll get back to his best. I have a lot of confidence in him. He's working hard. His mentality in the training sessions make me very, very happy. But we need to have patience. He's 20 years old. He needs some time, like everybody. So patience. He'll get better. Now, it's not the time to talk about player sales.
Hola, Xavi. Toni Martí de relevo. Si no m'equivoco, si demà puntueu, seran 15 partits consecutius sense perdre la teva millor ratxa des de que...
It's 15 games without a loss, your best spell since coaching Barça. Have the players been feeling less pressure? Yeah, winning the Super Cup has given them confidence. It was important for this dressing room to win a title, to see that they could do it. It happened when I was here as a player as well. You feel a bit better, a bit more free, without, of course, lowering our guard. We need to stay demanding and self-critical. But yeah, winning the Super Cup has given them confidence and know that they can compete for titles.
Hola. Buen día. Buen día. Dices que no te ves como favorito con
You say you're not favored against Madrid to win the league.
Lo sois un poquito más, ¿no? Porque con esos
Well, you are a little bit more now. With the 5-point difference, you feel less pressure, and Madrid feels more. No, we have the same pressure. We have the pressure in every game. In fact, every time I come here, you guys say, now we will see if Barça are able to compete. If this is the key match, and every week is the same. Now's the time. Now's the key moment of the season. Now, the good thing is that it happens every game, and the next time will be the Europa League. I heard also people say the Europa League will decide how good this season has been. It happened the same in the Super Cup and the Copa del Rey and the league, but that's being a club like Barça, and of course I welcome that pressure. It's better to fight to win titles rather than not relegating a division.
Hola, bon dia. Joan Poquer, del Mundo Deportivo.
Hola.
Quina opinió li mereix la campanya que s'ha fet aquesta setmana per fingir que el gol de...
What opinion do you have about Rafinha's goal and the foul being taken out of his place? Yeah, I thought it was funny. There's been a couple of these moments and these quote-unquote complaints. There's some fanatic people out there that try to force the situation, but there was nothing to be seen. When the right things become or deemed as unjust. I wanted to ask you about Balde. He's playing exceptional football. When we look in the past, he was not as consistent in Barça B as he convinced you or surprised you and his immediate impact. Yeah, we were surprised. His evolution has been so fast, and with 19 years of age, he's playing at a high level. The level that we expect of a fullback of Barça. He's been important in offense and the defense, and hopefully he can continue like this. So, yeah, we've been surprised. We worked a lot with him defensively, which is where he needed more work. Offensively, he generates a lot, but in the defense, he's suffered a bit, but he's improved very much. I'm very happy for him. He worked hard.
Aurora.
Hola, Xavi. Aurora Fuster per a Principal.cat. Volia preguntar-te per Rafinha. Després del gol contra el Betis, sembla que es va revelar i ara amb l'absència de Dembélé...
Rafinha scored against Betis. Is he the natural substitute for Dembélé? Yeah, Rafa does that. He can score outside of the box. He passes. He can score inside the box. He's important, whether he plays better or worse, but he's always there. He always works his socks off for the team. He presses well. For me, he's a player who's a guarantee. A few weeks ago, he was a little bit down, but this goal helped his morale a lot. That's what it does for forwards. But I focus on a lot of other things as well. There's defensive help, his sacrifice for the team. So, yeah, for me, it's important.
Hola, Xavi, bon dia. Sergi, Juan de l'Esport. Fins aquí hem sabut dels últims 5 gols de l'equip. El Lewandowski només n'ha fet un. Fins a quin punt t'agrada que...
In the last 5 goals of the team, Lewandowski has scored just one. How important is that for you not to depend so much on him?
estat sancionat aquests
Well, it's also important, of course, that when Robert was out, that the team has managed to
més dificultat, d'altres amb menys, però
get out of trouble and score goals.
aporti gols, la segona línia, els extrems, fins i tot en
The second line and the wingers are able to score goals.
hem de generar coses de totes les maneres
We need to generate chances by any means possible.
font de generar moltes coses en atac.
We try to generate a lot in attack, not just with Robert, because of course he's a difference maker, but also with other players. But I'm happy for Rafinha, for Ansu, Ferran, when they score. I'm happy when Pedri, Gavi, Frenkie, Cassier.
Futbolistes s'han d'incorporar a l'atac i marcar.
Football players need to incorporate in attack and try to make a difference.
Què tal, Xavi? Carlos Monfort en directe pel
Hola.
Twitch de Gigantes. Acabeu aquesta primera volta amb dades excepcionals, 50 punts a 5 de
50 points in the first half, the fourth best first half in the history of the club. Is that merit to you, more merit to you in this, since the departure of Messi?
On estàvem l'any passat i on estem aquest any.
I think we need to give merit to where we were last year and where we are now. Yes, last year it was difficult. We came from a difficult moment where we didn't win titles.
D'un nivell de confiança
And with the confidence and morale on the floor,
en un moment ara doncs, que estem amb il·lusió.
right now we have a lot of excitement. You see the people on the street and in the stadium are very excited and support us in every game, and that's spectacular. Of course, we'll get more or less criticism always, but the hope and excitement is there.
Hola Xavi, Ángel Álvarez de Culemanía. Viendo los pocos goles que ha encajado el equipo en esta primera
Seeing
vuelta,
how little goals
¿tú consideras que este
the team has
Barça
conceded, do you think this is one of the most competitive Barças we've seen in its history in defense? Yeah, we're good in the league. It's true that in Europe it's been difficult, also in the Cup against Intercity. We're working defensively very well. Defensively we improved a lot. Ter Stegen has been exceptional.
Y corre para el equipo, que es lo más
Team
importante, y a partir de ahí
run and work for the team,
los resultados, ¿no? Generar más
and the
cosas en
results
ataque y ser más solventes en el juego.
dictate all that. Of course, also offensively we've been effective, but we're in a good moment right now, yes, generally speaking.
Hola Xavi, buena tarde.
Hola.
Nacho Jiménez de Más que Pelotas. Con la salida de Héctor Bellerín te has quedado
With
sin
Bellerín,
un lateral derecho puro.
his departure, you don't have a natural right back.
Y Jules Koundé.
Jules Koundé plays there. The other day they said, they asked him where do you like to play, and he said in the central defense. What's your plan with him in the long term, whether he should play in the central defense or on the right?
Que es su posición natural.
Well, his natural position is a central defender, but he helps us a lot as a right back, both in the back and offensively he helps out a lot. He's improved a lot. He's an alternative, seeing as we don't have a natural right back. One of the alternatives is him. Ronald and Sergi are other ones.
Entonces tenemos que tener alternativas.
So we need to have alternatives in that position where we don't have a natural player in that position. I know perfectly well what his natural position is, but he plays well there as well.
Del periòdico. A què atribueixes la diferència dels gols encaixats de la Lliga, que és molt...
What is that down to, the difference in the goals conceded in the Champions and the Cup and the League? Can't really say this. Maybe a lack of concentration. In the Champions League, we obviously have a lot of injuries in the back, key injuries that didn't help us. But we need to find out. We want to, of course, concede the least amount of goals possible.
¿Qué tal, Xavi? Buena tarde, Guillem Borras para
Buena tarde.
Vistazo. El año pasado, más o menos a estas alturas,
Last year,
dijiste que lo que más te sorprendía para mal
around this time, you said
varios futbolistas en el entendimiento del juego o en el modelo
that
que vosotros queríais aplicar.
the most difficult part was
Que valoraras cuánto
conveying your message to some of these players, what you want from them, and how has that improved? Yeah, there's been a big improvement. I think we're playing a lot better football now. We understand better where to look for the free man. Also, how certain players need to interpret other positions of their teammates. So we work hard, and we've improved in many areas, but the growth has been exponential.
A la jornada 19 de la Lliga dels 100 punts teníeu 55 punts i ara en aquesta teniu 50. Creus que es pot arribar al nivell d'aquella Lliga i si es pot arribar a final?
The best season, at this point you had 55 points. Do you think you can try to match that? Well, I'm not worried about that. All I want to worry about is winning the league. If we win the league with 60 points, then so be it. That's an objective perhaps for later, if we can smash other records. But right now, I want to just win the league.
Tú mismo lo decías, la ilusión que se está volviendo a ver en la calle, la
versatilidad
en los sistemas de juego.
There's a lot of excitement on the street of Barça fans, and this team is able to win difficult matches. Do you think we're looking at one of the best Barças of the last years? Yeah, I think we're on the right track. I think we're still under construction, we're improving, but to compare this team with one of the best Barças in history is impossible.